Christine Mcvie, who played with Fleetwood Mac and wrote some of their most famous songs, has died aged 79, her family has said. The British singer-songwriter was behind hits including Little Lies, Everywhere, Don't Stop, Say You Love Me, and Songbird. She died peacefully at a hospital in the company of her family, a statement said. Mcvie left Fleetwood Mac after 28 years in 1998 but returned in 2014. The family's statement said, "We would like everyone to keep Christine in their hearts and remember the life of an incredible human being, and revered musician who was loved universally." Born Christine Perfect, Mcvie married Fleetwood Mac bassist John Mcvie, and joined the group at the start of the 1970s. Fleetwood Mac became one of the world's best-known rock bands in the 1970s and 80s. Their 1977 album Rumours, inspired by the breakups of the Mcvies and the band's other couple, Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, became one of the biggest selling of all time, with more than 40 million copies sold. Mcvie was one of 8 members of the band inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998. In the same year, after the success of their live album The Dance, she retired to Kent, saying the fear of flying meant she was leaving the band. But she rediscovered her love of performing at a one-off appearance with the group at London's O2 Arena in 2013 and returned to them a year later. "It was amazing, like I'd never left. I climbed back on there again and there they were, the same old faces on stage," she told The Guardian newspaper at the time. In 2017 she told BBC Radio 4's Desert Island Discs program that she had developed agoraphobia after leaving the band. A statement by the band said of Mcvie, "We were so lucky to have a life with her. Individually and together, we cherished Christine deeply and are thankful for the amazing memories we have. She will be so very missed." In a post on Instagram, Stevie Nicks wrote, "A few hours ago I was told that my best friend in the whole world since the first day of 1975, had passed away. I didn't even know she was ill. Until late Saturday night. I wanted to be in London, I wanted to get to London, but we were told to wait. So, since Saturday, one song has been swirling around my head, over and over and over. I thought I might possibly get to sing it to her, and so, I'm singing it to her now. I always knew I would need these words one day. It's all I can do now." In a tweet, band co-founder Mick Fleetwood wrote, "This is a day where my dear sweet friend Christine Mcvie has taken to flight. And left us earthbound folks to listen with bated breath to the sounds of that songbird. Reminding one and all that love is all around us to reach for and touch in this precious life that is gifted to us. Part of my heart has flown away today, I will miss everything about you, Christine Mcvie." Harry Styles was among those paying tribute, sharing a black and white picture of Mcvie with emojis of a bird and a black heart. Crowded House lead singer Neil Finn, who played with Fleetwood Mac in Lindsey Buckingham's place on their last tour in 2018, wrote, "She was a unique and soulful musician, supremely gifted songwriter and a warm and wonderful friend, and I am so grateful to have shared some hours in her beautiful presence." Singer Sheryl Crow said, "The world feels weird without her here. What a legend and an icon and an amazing human being." Mercuriades, owner of the Hypnosis Songs Fund which bought Mcvie's back catalog, described her as arguably the greatest female English songwriter of all time. Speaking at the MOBO Awards in London, Mercuriades said, "She had this ability with the melody, the emotion and the lyric to just change people's lives." Former US President Bill Clinton tweeted, "Don't Stop was my '92 campaign theme song, it perfectly captured the mood of a nation eager for better days. I'm grateful to Christine and Fleetwood Mac for entrusting us with such a meaningful song. I will miss her." BBC Six Music Breakfast presenter Lauren Laverne began her Thursday program paying tribute to Mcvie, who she said left such an incredible musical legacy, and a wonderful story. "A girl from Cumbria making it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, absolutely amazing." Christine Mcvie was an essential member of the complicated cast of characters that made up one of the greatest bands ever. She was deeply soulful as a singer. She could be both heartbreakingly delicate and a powerhouse as a keyboard player. But above all, she had the gift of writing beautiful, timeless pop songs. Her melodic gift for a good chorus was among the best. She described herself as the hook queen. "I don't know how to write any other way," she said in a BBC documentary. "It just happens that way." Her songs appear simple in their composition and sentiments, disarmingly direct and always sincere. Few people could have written and sung lyrics so seemingly soppy as "I love you, I love you like never before," as she did on the classic Songbird, and sounded like they meant them so deeply. The same goes for I Wanna Be With You Everywhere on Everywhere. Or Sweet Wonderful You Make Me Happy with the Things You Do and You Make Loving Fun. But her songs were never so straightforward that they were cliched. "That's the trick about writing a love song," she said. "You can't just go, 'I love you, you love me, where are you, I miss you.' There always has to be a bit of a twist." In 1970, Fleetwood Mac were fading as a blues rock force, their leader Peter Green having left after an LSD-induced decline, when the remaining members decamped to a country house to try to find a new direction. Christine McVie had already given up her own career as a singer and keyboardist after realizing she would hardly see her husband, Fleetwood Mac bassist John Mcvie, if they were in different bands. But a few days before they were due to set out on a US tour, Fleetwood Mac suddenly felt they needed another instrument to fill out the sound, she later explained. "And there I was, sitting around doing next to nothing, and knowing all the songs back to front because I'd been watching them rehearsing for the past 3 months." So drummer Mick Fleetwood said the band asked her to join the tour as they were walking out of the door. "I didn't think twice when they asked me," she said. "I just said, yes please." That was the start of Christine McVie's official role in Fleetwood Mac, and the beginning of the new direction the band were looking for. The addition of McVie's soulful vocals, her keyboard and piano playing, and her gift for writing timeless pop songs, set them on course for era-defining, stadium-filling success, albeit via legendarily messy personal relationships, and drink and drug excess. Christine Perfect was born in Cumbria in 1943, her father a concert violinist and music teacher, and her mother a psychic healer. As the 60s started swinging, she went to art college and started performing with bands, eventually falling in with blues group Chicken Shack. Her style never totally fitted with the group's more raucous sound, but the subtler songs she fronted ended up finding the greatest commercial success. Her cover of Etta James' I'd Rather Go Blind went into the top 20, and Melody Maker readers voted her best female vocalist in both 1969 and 70. She released a solo album too, but couldn't stand life as a solo artist. Meanwhile, after Chicken Shack supported Fleetwood Mac on tour, Perfect fell in love with John Mcvie, and they married in 1968. She declared she was retiring to become a housewife. That was until Fleetwood Mac invited her on tour, and she became a full member. Fleetwood encouraged her songwriting, with her pop-friendly sound gradually becoming more prominent as the group went through more lineup changes and a string of album releases, although most were still not hits.